Do you want to know how to set up your book or ebook on Google Play? Then you've come to the right place. So stick around. Hey everybody, Keith Wheeler here. And if you want to get all the hints, tips, and tricks on how to make self-publishing easier to navigate through, then click subscribe and make sure you hit that little bell icon so you get alerted each and every time I put out new content. Today I'm going to show you how to upload your book or ebook onto the Google Play platform. Now, before I do, let me just say as a reminder, if you have your ebook in the KDP Select program, then you cannot have it in any digital copy on any other platform for that 90-day period. So, now, with all that out of the way, I'm going to flip the screen around and we're going to get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to play.google.com/books/publish. And when you get here, you're going to go to the right hand side, you're going to click Continue to Partner Center. This brings us to our home page, and we want to go to Book Catalog. And as you can see right now I have 2 books, and I'm going to add the 3rd book in this series. So I'm going to add a book. First thing it's going to ask me for is my ISBN. Now, as of this recording, which is February 2018, you do not need an ISBN for an ebook. So I'm going to click the box that says this book doesn't have an ISBN. Now the format, this one obviously is digital, but you can use hardback, paperback, or unknown. And I'm going to leave the template settings to be default. Now it's going to ask me for my metadata. Now because I did not put in an ISBN number, it's going to give me a Google issued one, which is right here. Again, the book format is digital, and there are little question marks by each of these to give a little bit more explanation. The title of my book, and this is My Buddy Knows Colors and Shapes. There is no subtitle. Now I'm going to enter in my book description. Now my book description I actually already have written, so I'm just going to copy and paste that over. Now unlike other platforms, this one you can actually use bold and bold and italics, so feel free to make yours stand out. I'm probably going to just do the very first line is going to be all in bold, and the rest, I'll do the last one as well. Okay, now contributors, obviously I'm going to put myself as the author. If you have any other contributors, you can add them. There's no limit as to the number of contributors you can add. So if you want to put an illustrator, editor, whatever you want. As you can see, the options are quite extensive. So I'm going to stick with the author for that one. No, I don't want an additional one. Biographical notes. This is just where you would list your bio, author bio, or a bio for any of your other contributors as well. Again, I already have mine set up, so I'm just going to put that over here. Now because it's my author bio, I'm really not going to worry about bold or italicizing anything. The subject, it's going to use the BISAC code if you're in the US. And what you can do, mine are children's books, so I'm going to type in the word juvenile. And it gives you all this drop down with all these options. Now mine is actually colors. We'll just do general for now. And you can add as many codes as you want. So for now I'm just going to add that one. This is in a series, and the series is called the My Buddy Knows series. This is actually volume 3. The language, now this is actually going to use ISO codes, so if you don't know what the three-letter code for your language, you can just click in this box right here and it will pull up basically a Wikipedia page. I know that English is ENG, so I'm just going to type that in here. My age groups is going to be, we'll do 0 to 2, and we'll do 3 to 5. My page count is 30 pages. So for on sale, your sale date, it says leave this field blank if the book can be made available for sale immediately, if the book is under embargo. Basically, if you're going to do a pre-order or whatever, if you're going to upload it now but you don't want to publish it until a later date, then you would just put the date in here. I want mine to go live now, so I'm going to leave it blank. Publication date, this is if this is a different edition, like a second edition, third edition, then you're going to put the publication date of the original. This is actually the first edition, so I'm going to leave that blank as well, and I'm going to click next. Now, the important thing about your content is, before you upload it, is to make sure that the interior is either an EPUB or a PDF file, and that the cover is either a JPEG, a PDF, a PNG, or a TIFF file. And all this information is right here. But the other thing is you need to make sure that the naming convention is correct. So for your cover, you're going to want it to be labeled whatever you call your file, underscore front cover dot PDF dot JPEG. And then for the interior, you want it to be the name underscore interior dot PDF. Now, if you have more than one file for your interior, you're going to want to label it accordingly. So you're going to want it to be underscore interior underscore 1 of 2, and then the next one will be underscore interior underscore 2 of 2. So that way the program can put things together appropriately. So I'm going to upload my content. I'm going to choose my files, and I'm going to go to the correct book, which is my shapes book, and I want and you can select more than one. So front cover, .jpg, and the interior. I just hit Control and selected them both, and now it's going to upload them. Now, depending on the size of your file, it may take a while for them to upload. And it's plugging away, as you can see at the top. Now, it's processing it. So while it's processing it, I can still move on to the next steps. So I'm going to click Next while it's processing. And I'm going to put in my prices. So you can add multiple prices depending on what regions you want to sell your book in. So I'm going to add a price. The first thing you're going to put in is what your currency is. So if you need more information, you can click on this Learn More, and it's basically going to pull up another Wikipedia page where it tells you the different codes depending on currency. I want mine to be in US dollars, and I know that that's USD. And as you see, as I type, it fills in. Now the amount I'm going to sell it for, I'm going to sell it for $2.99. And this one I'm doing for the entire world. Now, I can do different ones. So if I want it to be a different price in Canada or in the UK or in Australia, I can just add a new price and change the currency to pounds or rupees for India or whatever I want it to be, the amount, and then here I'm going to select the country that I want it to go in. But I don't want to do that, so I'm going to cancel this one because this is just going to be worldwide US dollars, $2.99. And then I'm going to click Next. And now I'm moving on to the settings. DRM enabled. And again, there's question mark. You can learn more about it. Basically, what DRM enabling does is it limits the ability for someone who bought your book to share it with others. I personally want my book to be able to be in as many hands as possible, so I deselect that. Show photos in ebook. It says if you check this box, you're basically saying that you have the rights to the images that are in the book, so they can show those images. I have the rights, so I'm going to keep that selected. Only display flowing text from EPUB, I provide. And checking this box, if you would prefer to sell this EPUB format only, if you provided the EPUB file. So it defaults, it will create an EPUB file based on your content. By selecting this box, you're basically saying that you only want them to share it if it's an EPUB file that you selected, that you provided. Include scanned pages. Check this box if you want the book to be available on PDF. So I want it in as many formats as possible, so I'm going to leave that checked. It is not for mature audiences, so I'm going to leave that deselected. Copy and paste percentage. The copy and paste percentage is, if it's available in PDF, are you going to allow them, what percent do you want it to be okay for them to copy and paste from your file? If you say 100%, then that means they can copy the entire content, they can put it on Pinterest, they can put it on their websites, whatever they want. Again, I personally don't care. If they've purchased it, I'm going to let them do whatever they want with it, because it's more exposure for me, so I'm going to set this to 100%. Your Google search preview settings. What percent of your book do you want them to allow to be previewed? It defaults to 20%. I'm going to bump mine up to 40. Again, the territories are world. I want it to be everywhere. A buy link text and buy link. If you're selling your book on your website, you can include a link here and the text you want the link to say. Now, note, you cannot put a link to another sales page. Like, I can't put a link to my Amazon sales page. It has to be your website. So I don't sell it on my website, so I'm leaving those two blank. I do have my personal website, and that's the publisher website. And so I am going to put that in here. I don't have a logo, so I'm going to leave that. Do I want to show the photos in the preview? Yes, I want them to be able to see the photos. PDF download allowed. Yes, like I said, I want them to be able to get it in whatever formats they can do. And so I'm going to click next. And my final option is to publish. Now, as we saw before, it wasn't completely uploaded, so I'm going to go back to content and see how we're doing. Right now it's only at step 2 of 6 steps. So I won't be able to publish it until this is completely done and it'll say finished. So I'm going to pause here and we'll come back when it's all set. And we're back, and as you can see, it is completely finished uploading. There are no issues. It doesn't say 2 of 5 or 2 of 6 anymore. So now I can just check my prices are set, my settings are all set. I'm going to go to publish, and I'm going to click ready to publish. Now it wants to know where I want to publish to. Do I want to publish just to Google Books, or do I want to go to Google Books and Google Play? As I've said before, I want to be in as many places as possible, so I'm going to select that one. It's currently being processed by the system, and when it's done, it'll be all uploaded and live on Google Play and Google Books. That's it. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a thumbs up. And remember, if you want to get all the hints, tips, and tricks on how to make self-publishing a little bit easier, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get alerted each and every time I put out new content. So until next time, remember to write right.